First, we removed the wall border with water. It just peeled off. Then we rolled on the base coat in a warm tan color. For rag rolling, it's best to use an oil glaze. This is slow drying so that you'll have plenty of time to work on the finish. And as you'll see in a minute, it holds a pattern of rag prints distinctly. Next, I rolled on a glaze that resembles a worn leather color. Then following right behind me, Nancy used the rag roller to lift off the paint to create texture. This is simple to do, but you have to work fast to treat the paint before it dries. It helps if there are two of you working together when covering a large area like this wall. With the rag rolling completed, we admired the look we had created. It resembled a chamois, much like a buckskin effect. This simple window treatment is a birch branch found outdoors. 8 multicolored bandanas, $1 each, were knotted end to end. Then this colorful swag was draped over the birch bark branch. Total cost for the window, just $8. We pushed the original dresser back into place under the window. Because the dresser was in good shape, we added real birch hardware to the drawers to warm it up. An easy fix, just $50 for the hardware. I love this wall
Isn't this great?
It just gets better and better when it dries.
It looks like leather.
Yeah, and what I love about it, when I think about my kids and I think about walls, I think about fingerprints.
Fingerprints,
don't need to worry
feet
about
prints,
that.
nothing. I mean, it's really a nice surface.
Feet prints. I'm
You
not going to
never
touch
know.
it. I don't know. This I love though. Where did you find
This was
that?
a steal at a flea market for $24. And what's so cute about it, this is an old drafting table. That's why it tilts. And rather than sit at the desk, which we think our kids are going to do, and they have never sat at a desk in their lives, they can display their art or read or color or do whatever they want. It's so cute.
Perfect.
I cannot stop watching this terrible decorating show from the 90s. Every episode, the show takes a pretty boring room and in under $500 turns it into something only Beetlejuice would love. In this one, the host Joan and her co-conspirator Peggy show us how to spice up an end table.
Oh, these are great plates.
Are they great?
Oh, I can do this all day.
Yes.
How did I do?
Great. Oh, Joan, look at this piece. And you take adhesive, you put it on the back of the piece.
Just a regular tile adhesive.
Yes, please. Who doesn't want jagged plate pieces glued to the red table? Look how boring it used to be. And now it's difficult to clean and a little dangerous. And you can't even put your drinking glass down.
The decoration wall was painted with 2 coats of rust burgundy red.
Okay.
This is the only wall that will
Okay,
have
we
a
can
solid
deal with
color
this.
applied to it. Because this long wall adjoins into the next room, there was no breaking point to stop the color. So Lori added little freehand bursts of color in abstract flowers.
Now, Lori, have you seen a flower before, Mama? Because this is looking like Elphaba's butthole. But nothing can prepare you for what our girl Peggy is about to do next. They're remaking this living room into a cowboy theme. First, she spends half her budget on the most hideous indigenous slipcovers you've ever seen.
Position, and the wall unit will be used as a great display piece. It got a fresh coat of the same sage green paint we used on the horseshoe diamonds. Then we decoupaged sacred Indian prayers dipped in tea and torn to give an aged look onto the wall unit to give an old piece of furniture a trendy new look.
I am speechless. Yes, nothing I want more in my living room than the look of a wheat-pasted billboard.
As we took a moment to admire our craft work, we unanimously decided we had made a mistake. The decoupage did work on the back of the shelf walls, but we felt it was much too busy on the door fronts. So we went to work undoing our mistake. We peeled, we scraped.
Okay, gotta give them credit where credit's due. They realized they made a mistake, they're fixing it.
And then in the process of removing the decoupage, we had a second pleasant surprise. We loved the distressed, aged look we had mistakenly created. We had planned on repainting the doors, but we loved this aged look.
Genius. Our broken dish mosaic queen does it again. Really looks like it was just worn down naturally by Mother Nature, and not at all like remnants of decoupage. I've basically been cringe binging this show, Decorating Sense, from the 90s, where they redecorate a room on a budget. And these girls do heinous shit. Like, here they took random rug samples and they're taping them together to make one big rug. In this one, the host Joan and her co-defendant Peggy redo this little girl's room.
The rag technique creates a blended
Oh
watercolor
my, she is
effect, which makes for a
freehanding
softer
stripes with a
contrast
dish
against the light
towel.
stripes.
No.
Then we came up with a fun idea for a border After tracing the
Oh,
triangles,
hell no.
painted them a contrasting
Oh my God,
green
this poor
called
girl.
chartreuse.
I hope she's blind for her sake. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna be sick.
We didn't use a paintbrush, and we used our hands. And it reminded me of finger paints again.
Okay, what are they on? I need to know. There is no way these divas are sober. But this tablescape they're about to make, you are not ready for this.
We wrapped sheer netting around the chandelier, enveloping it to cut the harsh light of the bare bulbs.
Nothing says luxury like a mosquito net around your chandelier.
This really is beautiful. It adds like a romantic elegance to the room, but I'm a little worried about fabrics on lit bulbs. Is that something you think I should be worried about?
Well, I don't think it's too much of a concern as long as you're careful to use as close to a non-flammable fabric as you can find, and then never leave anything like this untended, just as you would with candles.
Good advice.
What do you mean, as close to non-flammable? So you're saying there's a chance?
Next, we scattered clumps of real moss around to begin our garden effect. Then we tucked blue and white covered soup tureens into the moss. Into the china, moss, and more lemons. And more moss around the daffodils.
Why?
Now the piece de resistance, beautiful fresh flowers tucked into florists' oases.
Yeah, the floral foam box really takes it home, nailing the effect. Who would ever want to sit at this table? Where all you can see and smell is moss. Oh, and the dead leaves, great touch. It'll make for a perfect kindling when your chandelier tutu is set on fire.
The owner of the house, Jennifer Ezralov, she's our artist. And she cut these pieces out of foam core board.
Look at that.
Just simple foam core with a large X-Acto knife. And then painted laundry on it.
This is something I could do.
You could do it. You keep the design simple and anybody can do it. Because the cutout is really virtually very, very easy.
Oh, I love this. We're going to hang it up there on our
Yep.
clothesline.
Yep.
We need to get a clothesline.
We're going to make a clothesline.
Very cool. Let's hang our laundry.
Okay.
We attached our laundry with double-sided stickies. And then we drew a clothesline to connect the clothes together. We like the effect the foam core silhouette created. It definitely is whimsical and fun. Well, we only have one unpainted surface left in this room, the concrete floor, and our piece de resistance is this, a custom-painted floral area rug.
Cancel your plans. We're staying in and watching this hideous home decor show from the 90s. Decorating Sense was a show on HGTV hosted by Joan Steffen, where they would take a budget of $500 to make a room in your house feel like the Great Depression. In this one, Joan and her accessory to the crime, Nancy, have to redecorate a kid's bathroom. The one thing the owners really need is storage.
This brightly painted box used to be an old medicine cabinet from the 40s.
Okay, not a bad start. We got our storage.
You know what? This is an idea that really was kind of like out of necessity because there is no storage. And I thought, where do you store something in a bathroom?
Why does our shower curtain have pockets? Didn't you just install a huge medicine cabinet? What happened to that?
This whimsical box is now home to Allie's Beanie Babies collection and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Got it. So the Beanie Babies go in the medicine cabinet and the toothbrush and Vagisil in the shower curtain. Now look at what this chick has in her house.
I'm going to tell everybody this. The wallpaper that was up here was green and white, and you just weren't happy with the look of it, but you didn't have money to replace it. So you got creative and just ripped it off one day.
Yes, yes. And underneath, this is what was left. This is the backing
This is so
of
cool.
a vinyl green and white wallpaper.
It just kind of got imprinted on there.
That's the pattern.
What a great story, Joan. Wow. She took the wallpaper off and then a little bit of the design was left over in this patch. Oh my God, thank you for letting us in on that secret. What's next? You're going to compliment her water stains?
Finish this watermark up here.
Yes, in general, I think people are interested in the way the seams show, and there are some tears, and there are these stains.
It's got that great golden warm feel. I love it.
This woman is really featured on a design show for her water stains. Oh my God, I just love what you've done with the black mold in your basement.
The favorite family gathering place is dining around this tin top table.
Yes, nothing says family time like a cold metal surface and branches that look like barbed wire. But nobody is braver showing their home on TV than this girl, Basha.
Basha Basha's mother had an exact replica doll made from this old childhood photo of herself.
Hell no.
If you look closely, you can see that even the knee patch on her
Hell
jeans.
no. I'll tell you what, if I had a doll that looked like a Wayans brother in whiteface, I wouldn't be putting it on TV, I'll tell you that.
This is a picture of Basha's soul sister. She found it at a flea market years ago, and this photo has followed her in all of her moves. She has no idea who the woman in the picture is, but she feels the picture brings her good karma.
She just brings a picture of a random black woman with her everywhere she lives and calls her her soul sister? If you ask me, it seems like she doesn't want to be there. She's over it. Cut it out, Basha. For the love of God, let the woman rest.
Don't you just love this? Oh, this is too delicious. Can I say it? This is just yummy. I love this.
I know, it's really cute. It turned out darling.
What an artist. Are you surprised at how well it turned out?
Yeah, I am.
What was your inspiration for this?
This is a pattern I've done before, but sometimes when I'm in like design block, I'll look at greeting cards or calendars or even china plates.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of ideas to steal from in this world. You don't have to be original.
Stolen from them all.
Right.
Now, do we have to do anything to protect this?
Yeah, I would advise putting a coat or two of polyurethane. Wait till it's good and dried, wait a day, and then I'd put the coat on, if you want to keep it.
So I'm going to be under here for a couple of days, is what we're saying.
Yeah, what do you want for dinner?
Well, how about if we finish up? You put some accessories on around this room,
you got it.
And these very important accessories are over-the-door items. An over-door ironing board, an over-door drying rack, an over-door clothes hamper, all hung on the bifold doors with hooks. Okay, we blindfold you twice to get you through this makeover.
At the door. Paint.
Anything else do you sense before we take off your blindfold?
No.
What do you think? Are you excited?
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be? What color is it? I can't get it undone. You're going to have to stay in your blindfold. You'll never see it. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Oh, here we go.
I don't know what I think. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so cool.
Is it?
Oh my god.
Do you like it? Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like that. Oh my god, it is so sweet. Yeah. Dude.
Isn't that cool?
This is cool. Oh my god. I have nothing to say, it's just so sweet. I like this. I like that. I like everything.
Do you? How about that wall?
London.
I see London. I see France.
Oh my god.
And this is your ooh la la wall. Ooh la la.
Did I make that?
Yeah, that's what you made. What do you think?
Oh, I'm good. Oh, I love it. I really do. This is my bed.
Scale of 1 to 10?
20.
Really? This room was really purple for a girl who didn't like purple. Well, purple's all gone now. Not a speck of purple in the room. Ooh la la, it is a fun and crazy room, just the way Mindy likes it. Okay, you know any French sayings?
I don't.
Oh, you don't? We'll have to teach you. Très magnifique. It means really magnificent in here.
It is.
Yeah. Another great makeover for under $500 in under 1 day. I hope you'll stay with us because when we come back, we're going to do a bedroom redesign, this time without spending any money. Then we decoupaged sacred Indian prayers dipped in tea and torn to give an aged look. Well, we only have one unpainted surface left in this room, the concrete floor. Kind of a primitive, rustic style. Primitive, rustic style. And and our piece de resistance is this.
We're going to paint this wall red. Red.
Bright red?
Bright red.
We scattered clumps of real moss around to begin our garden effect. And more lemons. Okay, we blindfold you twice to get you through this makeover.
At the door. Paint.
Anything else do you sense before we take off your blindfold?
No.
What do you think? Are you excited?
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be? What color is it? I can't get it undone. You're going to have to stay in your blindfold.
You'll never see it.
What do you think?
What do you think? I don't know what I think. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so cool.
Is it?
Oh my god.
Do you like it? Oh, good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like that. Oh my god, it is so sweet. Yeah. Dude.
Isn't that cool?
This is cool. Oh my god. I have nothing to say, it's just so sweet. I like this. I like that. I like everything.
Do you? How about that wall?
London.
I see London. I see France.
Oh my god.
And this is your ooh la la wall. Ooh la la.
Did I make that?
Yeah, that's what you made. What do you think?
Oh, I'm good. Oh, I love it. I really do. This is my bed.
Scale of 1 to 10?
20.
Really? This room was really purple for a girl who didn't like purple. Well, purple's all gone now. Not a speck of purple in the room. Ooh la la, it is a fun and crazy room, just the way Mindy likes it. Okay, you know any French sayings?
I don't.
Oh, you don't? We'll have to teach you. Très magnifique. It means really magnificent in here.
It is.
Yeah. Another great makeover for under $500 in under 1 day. I hope you'll stay with us because when we come back, we're going to do a bedroom redesign, this time without spending any money.
Okay, here is my reaction video to my very embarrassing episode that I never wanted to be out, and look at it go. Yeah, okay. First, yeah, no, green, pea green. I hated that color then. After that, I put everything back in my room. I definitely changed that, but otherwise the, wallpaper they made was stuck there forever, so whoever lived there after us, I feel bad for them. I was very confused. Just very confused. I felt like I was it was just the weirdest thing ever, but it also they, worked really hard on it, I guess, so I was just kind of wow. But yeah, just very, very confused. So no, I didn't like it. I like the guy posters apparently, and it was just very confusing to me, and I guess I was acting a little bit, but only because there's cameras watching you and they're asking if you like it. You can't say no. They just worked on it for they were in our house for a few days and I couldn't go in there, so and they were so nice, I couldn't, they worked hard on it, but I felt bad. It was just weird. And I was young and clearly was probably the worst stage of a lot of things for me then. What were the other questions? Yeah, I honestly never wanted that video out because I don't care, I'm not an embarrassed person, but that is really really cringy to watch me like that. But I told my brother he could post it, so he did, and yeah, it's just ironic time. I didn't know that other people, or the decorating sense was a thing. Anyway, I survived. I guess I still sound the same a little bit. My eyebrows got a little bit better, besides I can't get Botox yet. And yeah, I survived it, so. But don't do it. Don't get your room done on TV. I don't think they do it anymore anyway. Unless Joanna Gaines, yeah, I would let her do my room. I don't know who these people were. All right, well, okay, follow my Instagram. Right? Do you want to see what my rooms look like now? Let me know.
Where does a 14-year-old go to get away from it all?
My room. And just listen to my music.
There's just one small problem.
No, I don't like the purple. I don't like purple.
Well, we'll have to do something about that. We've got $500 to make this room the perfect getaway for a young girl. Next on Decorating Sense. Hi, I'm Joan Steffen, and we are going to give Mindy's room a playful new style with a funky European influence that I hope this teenage girl will love. Dance practice takes up most of Mindy Strike's free time.
A couple hours, like 4 times a week.
And with an older sister and a younger brother, her room is her private hangout. But that purple.
I guess I picked it out, but I don't remember picking it out.
And there's no doubt what color Mindy wants.
Pink. I love pink. Pink.
Her only other requests?
Modern, I guess. And crazy. There's nowhere really to sit.
Yeah.
Like, there's like pillows somewhere or like some beanie.
Well, that's a short list. Let's find out what our designer has in mind. And Carrie Byers, our crazy designer, who's going to put together this crazy room.
I think I am crazy.
It looks kind of wild.
It's wild, all right. We've got a lot of color going on, but that's good because she loves pink, from what I understand. What we're going to do, what I've done is I have taken out the computer some maps and printed them out, and we're going to make our own wallpaper just on one wall. It's going to be on the window wall.
Of London and Paris.
I see London, I see France, I
am going to do a room.
Crazy, think crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, that's going to be on one wall. It's going to be on our window wall. So not too overwhelming with the maps. And then the other 3 walls are going to be green.
That's a beautiful color, and it goes great with pink.
It is. And the thing with pink is that we will have a lot of pink, and it will really pop against that green. So.
Okay. And she likes, shall we say it again? Crazy.
Crazy.
So this is kind of a crazy
Our
headboard.
Quirky headboard that we're going to make out of a 3-panel screen. And then in the end, we're going to have this wonderful, fun little canopy. And again, just think of I see London, I see France, I see, you know, go with it.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. No.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, but all of those things
but we'll do
will
it
be
really
less than
tastefully.
$500,
All
right?
less than $500.
Tastefully done for under $500.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
First up, getting rid of that border.
Not coming off too big?
Oh, what a big chunk I got. Oh, this could take a while.
This might take a long time.
A makeover done in under 1 week.
Yeah, maybe.
Or under $500. Once the border was down, there was quite a bit of patching, but finally we are ready to start painting. All right. Do you have a name for this paint?
I call that, you know, it's
You call
custom. It's custom, but I call it lively pink or lively green. That's not pink at all. It would be green.
I call it lively pink, but it's actually green.
It is green.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, look at it against that purple.
What is it about color? Just the application of color that gives me that ooh-ah feeling.
Doesn't it? It does.
You're used to being up higher than me.
Well, what, like maybe a couple inches?
Oh, this paint.
There is a home decorating show from the 90s that people keep sending me, so I started watching it. My jaw is on the floor. Decorating Sense was a show on HGTV hosted by Joan Steffen, where they would take a perfectly normal room and on a tiny budget make it worse. In this one, Joan and her accomplice Nancy want to take this kitchen and make it Miami. And here we go. Off to a rough start. It's looking like a preschool.
Next, we went to work on the backsplash. Randomly placing the small ceramic squares is the key to the design. Experiment with placement. Find out what colors you want where, and then simply glue them in place.
Not random tiles sticking out as your backsplash.
Is this not the most creative window treatment you have ever seen? This is so cute. You are good. It looks like stained glass.
It does. It really has a fun, funky effect without being a curtain and a little bit of privacy.
Wait, those are pictures? Oh my God. Totally fooled me. I thought it was stained glass. I thought I was standing right inside the Sagrada Familia. Great alternative to a curtain. She is so right. Finally, some privacy in my kitchen.
8 multicolored decorative plastic plates were displayed across the top of the soffit for eye-popping appeal. And the best thing about these plates, the price. They cost just $5 each.
I'm sorry, $5 per plastic plate? Per ugly plastic plate in 97? That's like $10 a plate. And here's the before and after. So the homeowners can submit this into evidence. If you think that's bad, look at what this woman did to her bedroom.
Love what you have done above your headboard. You gotta tell me about that.
Thank you. Those are my kids' overalls. I have 2 boys and a girl.
Girl, I know you love your kids, but not this. They look like the clothes of victims, like they were taken away in the rapture.
That's not the only proud display of her kids' stuff.
Not the filthy cleats on the... Her home decor is her kids' unwashed clothes and accessories.
It is a lint ball. It is a lint ball. I needed a way to decorate a Christmas tree, so I shredded their jeans and washed them.
No. Hey, if your kid died tragically at a soccer match or something, I get it. This makes sense, but your kids are alive and well downstairs. Chill.
Okay, here's my reaction video to my very embarrassing episode that I never wanted to be out, and look at it go. Yeah, okay. First, green, pea green. I hated that color then. After that, I put everything back in my room. I definitely changed that, but otherwise the, wallpaper they made was stuck there forever, so whoever lived there after us, I feel bad for them. I was very confused. Just very confused. I felt like it was just the weirdest thing ever, but it also they, worked really hard on it, I guess, so I was just kind of like, wow. But yeah, just very, very confused. So no, I didn't like it. I like the guy posters apparently, and it was just very confusing to me, and I guess I was acting a little bit, but only because there's cameras watching you and they're asking if you like it. You can't say no. They just worked on it for they were in our house for a few days and I couldn't go in there, so and they were so nice, I couldn't, they worked hard on it, but I felt bad. It was just weird.
And now for the pièce de résistance. This is a cool deal.
The window,
I love this.
It's great. I needed something out here that was going to look like you put a painting over a sofa, but you can't have a painting in a screened-in porch because it would be ruined.
Yeah.
So a window was the logical choice, and I found this in an architectural effects place, and I paid $20.
$20.
Yeah.
It is so cute.
I haven't dusted it yet.
But the shelf was here?
The shelf was here, the sill was on here, and I had a scrap left over from one of the tablecloths.
I thought I recognized it.
Just sewed it up and put a little piece of wire in here and gathered it on the wire, and you've got a still life, almost.
It looks great.
Yeah,
there's
isn't
more.
it great? There's more.
There's more.
We've got some faux apples.
You
could say fake, but I'm going to say faux apples as a designer.
Best
Aren't they wonderful?
Faux apples I've ever seen.
Are.
Where do you get those?
I bought these at a floral supply, but I would think any craft store would have something like this. And if you didn't want red, you could use pears or bananas, or whatever you want to stick on here. Flowers would be fine, but flowers was routine, and I wanted something a little different.
Yeah, you are not routine. We figured that one. And amazingly, you came in under budget. You came in at $491.
Shows me $9.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
this was
Joan.
fun.
Thanks.
How much was this guy?
This was $10.
It does not look like a $10 rocking horse, but it did start out looking like a $10 rocking horse. Oh my goodness. Didn't look like there was that much to work with.
Well, it was really fun. I used it's called milk paint, and it gives you an automatic kind of aged look, and then I sanded it to distress it a little bit more. And then on the rails, we just wrote, "Ride 'em Cowboy."
I like that. Now, milk paint, that's that powdery paint?
Right.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And you used that on this bargain over here, too.
Yes, we did. This is also milk paint that was distressed, and then I sanded it a little bit to give it the older look to it.
It's got a great feel and a great look.
Yes,
but
it does.
did not always have that great feel and great look. Tell me how much you paid for this duo here.
The chair was $6, and the stool was only $4.
Quite a bargain when you see what you turned it into.
That's right.
It looks great. Let's show everybody the stencils. This is a really great way to work the cowboy theme in, too. You've got the cowboy boot and the branding iron and the star. It looks great. Can you show me how to do it?
Yes, I've got one more star here. I'll show you real quickly.
Okay.
And all you have to do is hold it down firmly.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you. And just dab your paint and hold down the stencil firmly, and then you just pounce it in here until you have enough color.
Okay, and you just keep going.
That's right, until you like the color, and you're done.
Are we done?
There you go.
That's great. Now, what? This has to cure.
Yeah, this stays wet for about 3 days, so you don't want to touch it, but then it'll be perfect.
Keep the 7-year-old off the chair.
That's right.
You need to see what they did to this living room on this home decorating show. Decorating Sets is a show from the 90s that I cannot stop watching right now. Joan Stephan is the host, where they take a small budget and redo a room. Will it be expensive? No. Will it look expensive? Also no. Here we have Joan and her little joint offender, Nancy, and they're gonna redecorate a patio.
The next step is easy. We used a sponge paintbrush to apply the evergreen paint color. Because we only used one color, we seriously cut our work time in half.
Why is this floor having beef with symmetry? It's like every square is having a battle with the plank it lives on.
This is a cool deal.
The window, it's great. I needed something out here that was going to look like you put a painting over a sofa. You've got a still life.
Yes, let's frame the view of a screened-in porch. Nothing more picturesque than that wood beam there right in the middle, permanently photobombing you. But I hope you're sitting down because Peggy is about to take us on one hell of a ride, babe. First, she spends most of her budget reupholstering this couch, and it is atrocious. Look at it. It looks like burnt cornbread. And then she finds a creative solution for an inexpensive rug.
The bright colors work like magic to cover up the scratches on the wood floor. And we made a simple diamond stencil out of paper to create the decoration around the border. And to protect it, we painted polyurethane over the dried paint. Doggies beware, this...
Girl, what the fuck is this? You painted this insane design on the floor and you put polyurethane? Not a floor tattoo. This is the color palette of a Red Lobster kids menu. It's like every piece of furniture is pretending like it doesn't know the floor. Live, laugh, leave immediately.
This is not something you see in every home, decorating with a dirty t-shirt.
No, it's not. This is a camping trip that we went on with the kids, and this is one day of my little boy's play, and I decided that it was just too great to wash. It really explains who his personality is.
Yeah, it really says it all. Okay, one more thing. I'm trying to think of a word to describe this. I'm not sure what that word is. Would you go for odd?
Odd works.
Odd works. I mean, we got a skillet, we've got a shovel, and we have horseshoes.
When he was getting into country western, I thought I'd humor him along a little bit. So I gave this to him as a Christmas gift.
What do you think?
He thought I was insane.
What does he use it for?
Well, he's got his books in it. He keeps it by his chair. We use it for an end table. And he uses it for his dirty laundry. He can just kind of throw it over it.
You might want to think about moving it someplace.
I might.
Then, using this looped texture roller, applied it generously to the walls.
Oh,
Look at this.
You love it?
Now the fun begins. While the plaster is still wet, we move the paint around with a trowel.
What is this supposed to do? What is the point of this? Why would you want to make your walls look like this?
I love the way this looks. That looks perfect.
It's like the popcorn ceiling, but like on your wall.
I like that. I want to keep some of that because otherwise, why would we be using this roller? I'm not sure.
Why would we use the
that looks
roller?
Fabulous.
Great question.
We are well on our way to creating a Mediterranean look, one which resembles an old country farmhouse.
If you want Mediterranean, throw chickpeas at the wall, honestly. They said Mediterranean, we're gonna make it look like feta cheese. Is this like the landlord special?
Okay, you know what? This is really pretty easy to do, although very messy.
Oh, it's easy to do.
Yeah, could you? But there are lots of other techniques that you can use.
Yeah, that's why I wanted
It's
to
easy,
show
'cause
what
there's
other
no
things
skill
would create
required.
things like the sponge.
Put that down.
8 multicolored decorative plastic plates were displayed across the top of the soffit for eye-popping appeal. And the best thing about these plates? The price. They cost just $5 each. We custom-built this shadow box to display art, a message board, photos, utensils, and decorative objects. Look closely and you can see our handiwork. We painted some of the backs of the box in the same accent colors as the soffits, red, lime green, and turquoise. The rest, we wallpapered. The reason we hung such a bold piece on this large wall is because the kitchen needed an architectural accent to balance the room. Now the eye travels naturally from the window area to this section of the kitchen. And another area the eye travels naturally to, the place where the food is served. Our budget allowed us to purchase these melamine fruit and vegetable dishes, a colorful rug, and refrigerator magnets. What kitchen isn't complete without magnets arranged in a checkerboard pattern to coordinate with the checkerboard wallpaper, of course?
In your eyes and see see your new room.
What the What? Hell to the no. I'm sorry. Where is the pool table?
The pool table is right there. This is just a topper. It comes right off.
Okay.
So it's great for your grandson. And it's, multi-purpose.
I'm about to pee myself. Literally.
You're about to what?
Pee myself.
Okay, something else I really want you to see is they did do a really cool bar over here. Your old cabinets and shelving things that they've retrofitted and recreated out to make a whole bar area.
This is fine. I love this. But all I asked for was a Prince room.
She got your little red Corvette in here.
The walls gotta go. This is disgusting. We got a lot of work to do.
Crystal was concerned that you wouldn't like it.
She should be.
Please open your eyes.